let's welcome Monique Geddes.
Hi everyone, my name is Monique and I'm a graduating student from Perth. And I am an addict. A community service addict. And my life's motto consists of the words, why do drugs when you can do community service? I am so insanely passionate about community service, I had a teacher run up to me and ask me to speak at the conference tonight. So when I saw the flyer and found out the topic was actually Global Citizenship, I began to panic. So I did the first thing everyone does when they're too embarrassed to ask someone what something means. I Googled it. The official term, definition, is a long, convoluted string of words that I kind of understood, but I didn't really get the gist of, so I'll give you my version. Global citizenship is about the community helping the community, or in even better terms, community service. This happens to be very convenient because I do happen to know a couple things about community service. So that brings us to tonight, and I'm here to talk about the perks, the value, and the experience of doing community service. And there are a lot of perks to doing community service. I've done some pretty glamorous jobs, ushering VIPs to events and getting sneaky autographs and photos. I've also done some not so glamorous jobs, throwing out a week-old accidentally thawed chicken that smelled worse than my boyfriend's footy boots after 3 years of training. But for every hour I'm out in the community, I know I'm worth something. I'm helping someone. But how much are my efforts out there actually worth? Did you know that the estimated value of a volunteer's time is $15.39 an hour? Which, mind you, is like way more than what I get paid in my checkout job. But I know that $15.39 might not sound like a great deal to you. So let's break that down. Going on logged community service hours alone, my total value to the community is $4,617. Going on all the community service hours I've ever done, I'm going to say I'm worth around 15 grand. And if you think about it, if everybody in the world does 100 hours of community service in their lifetime, which is like 2 hours a year for the years you could, the number is big enough to put Australia out of debt. Twice. Which for me sounds pretty mind-blowing. And imagine what you could do with that sort of money. Imagine what $10 trillion could do. Imagine what that could mean for families, small companies, businesses. We could cure cancer, raise the poverty line, even save children from world hunger, or put Australia out of debt. Twice. The possibilities are endless, and all of this could literally come from you. But why do I do community service? I do it for the experience of getting hit in the face with water balloons. Well, not really, but I do it for the memories. I do it for the people. I do it for the wonderful connections and friends I've made along the way. But most of all, I do it for the unforgettable moments from my 3 dedicated years of community service. My personal favourite moment would be my second year volunteering at the Swiss Colour Run. I was promoted to secondary station manager 15 minutes in. Not because I had any idea what I was doing, but because my infectious enthusiasm, leadership abilities, and general cheekiness was what they were looking for. But it's one thing knowing you've given back to the world, but it's another thing watching a child's face light up, and a mother burst into tears at the sight of you carrying a box of food towards them that you retrieved, and you sorted, and you packaged. A mother running to embrace you, thanking you for the work you've done that's allowed them to feed their child for another week. But these aren't the only unforgettable moments I've had. Meeting my best friend at the Colour Run is one of them. So was handing out water at the Chevron Fun Run to people dressed as my favourite childhood characters. So was training up a new generation of library ambassadors to try and tackle the ongoing struggle with the endless unshelved books. So was tin shaking when someone decided to donate $2,000. So was building a school in Nepal. Every community service event has a moment, a story, something that will change your life forever. But there's always a few heartbreaking moments about being a community service addict. This year was the first year Perth Mod started running a community service class as an extracurricular. I remember the first day, being so excited we had 2 full classes of community service enthusiasts. I remember walking in, being asked why we wanted to do community service. And I'll always remember the sinking feeling when one by one people begin to say things like, because it looks good on my way certificate, or for the service hours, and not because community service is the most incredible thing I've ever experienced in my lifetime. And looking around the room that day, I knew that my job was not to find community service opportunities for them, but to break their mindsets that community service had no value and wasn't worth their time. There is no excuse for anyone not to do community service. Two of my most cherished friends from community service are Adrian and Alan. Adrian turns 87 this year, and Alan, he turns 98. They've been turning up every single Saturday morning for our food distribution for the last 40 years. Everyone's always got a few hours to spare every year, month, week. You're never too old, too young, too busy, too rich, too poor, too inexperienced. Everyone's got to start somewhere. So I urge you all to walk away from this evening and find a volunteering website, or Google an event. Register, bring friends, family, co-workers, and just do it. I guarantee you your heart will be fuller, your smile will be wider, and that happiness will spread to others. And you will finally belong as a global citizen.